Hey guys, it's Colin here at etrailer. Today we have a 2019 Subaru Ascent. We're going to be doing a test fit of the Saris Glide EX 5 bike rack. Now this is a hanging style bike rack that mounts to the hitch of your Subaru. It's going to allow you to transport up to 5 bikes to and from your destination. Now 5 bikes is a little bit too much of a capacity for you. You don't have that many bikes to haul. There is also a 4 and a 2 bike option for this bike rack. Now the only difference is being with the 4 bike, you're just missing a set of cradles, which means you're going to have more spacing between your bikes. The arms are going to be the same length. With the 2 bike version, you're only going to have 2 sets of cradles for 2 bikes, and the arms are going to be about 5 inches shorter, so it's a little bit less length added to your vehicle. Other than that, everything I'm about to show you guys is going to be the same with all 3 versions. Now we're going to have our bike held in at 3 different points. Up here, we're going to have a strap on the top tube near the seat post, and we're also going to have another strap towards the front at the handlebars. Now the third point is going to be this anti-sway cradle with a strap coming around our seat post tube. Once we cinch that down, it's going to help take away a lot of the unnecessary movement in our bike. It's going to help prevent a lot of bike-to-bike contact and bike-to-vehicle contact. Now a really cool feature about these glides is that you can actually tilt these away with bikes loaded, which is not a common feature with hanging style racks. How we tilt it away, we're going to pull this trigger right here and just push down. You see how it kind of tilts up as you go down, keeping the bikes level. Just go all the way. From here, you can open up the bikes with plenty of clearance. You got plenty of space to move in and grab whatever gear, groceries, luggage, anything you might need. To tilt it back up, we're just going to reverse the process. Pull up on the bike rack until it locks into place. Now keep in mind, if you do have a full load, it might be a little bit heavy depending on the weight of the bikes you have, so don't be afraid to ask for that extra set of hands if you need it. We are going to have an onboard cable lock with this bike rack. Comes from the base right here, pull it out, bring it over the frame of our bike racks. We actually bring it all the way over and then into the slot right there. We have a lock cylinder with a key to lock our bikes on, which is going to be a good theft deterrent. And when not in use, the cable will store in the mast of the bike rack. Because we do have 5 bikes on this version, the cradles do sit a little bit close to the frame of the bike rack, but with the 4 and 2 bike version, you shouldn't have really any trouble with that cable lock. Let's go ahead and remove our bike. It's going to be pretty easy to do. We're just going to push down that button. We'll push out the straps so they're free. And then our anti-sway cradle. Now we'll just remove the bike. If you have a bike with a smaller opening like this one, you may have to maneuver it around just a little bit, but it shouldn't be too difficult. With any hitch-mounted accessory, you are going to have added length to your vehicle. And in the case of our Glide, we're going to measure from the bumper to the outermost point. About out here, it's going to be about 38.5 inches. So like I said, with that 2 bike version, it's going to be about 5 inches less, so 5 inches less, so roughly 33 inches. Now we can cut down on that space by folding down these arms. There's going to be a latch up here. We'll pull that up. We can fold down our arms till it locks into place. Now if we measure again, bumper to the outermost point, it's going to be about 14.5 inches, which will be the same with all of those versions. Now if we check our ground clearance, we're going to be at about 21.25 inches, and because the Ascent does sit higher than most vehicles, you shouldn't have any problems bottoming out. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how it connects to our hitch. We're going to have a 2-inch by 2-inch hitch receiver on our Ascent. We have an anti-rattle hitch pin that goes all the way through and is threaded down. That takes away the shake and play from our bike rack, even when we're traveling at high speeds. And we do have a lock on the other side, which is key-like with the cable lock to obviously deter theft. Now if you have another vehicle in your household which has an 1.25-inch receiver, you can remove this sleeve right here, and that'll make the shank compatible with 1.25-inch hitches. Well, thank you all for watching. That's going to do it for our test fit of the Saris Glide EX 5 bike rack on our 2019 Subaru Ascent.